Alright, so we have final 2 minutes, wild ending, Spurs at Celtics, last night's game. Let's see how this whole thing ended. Let's see if Wemby went off. Or Jaylen Brown.
Not an easy thing to do. Nope.
Fox.
No.
Misses, okay.
And it's a one-point game.
And that was easy for Luke there. I don't know how the defenders got mixed up and no one takes him off the glass.
Okay. Derek White.
Derek White takes
for three.
Tough one.
Keldon Johnson the rebound.
Okay, Fox.
Each team has 50 rebounds in this game. It's been evenly matched.
Three.
Keldon for the lead.
Nice, okay.
3 in Boston. And the Spurs lead it by 2.
How about that?
Spurs by 2. 2 minutes to go.
All night long, and that one was awfully pure.
2 minutes remaining.
Jaylen Brown.
Brown for the top.
Nice.
Well, it looked like he was kind of losing.
You sure he didn't get? You sure he didn't get some of his, enhancements on his jersey?
Contest from Luke. This is better offense from Jaylen Brown.
French Vanilla on the floor at the same time. Double screen from Cornet and Wembanyama.
Fox
with speed. Lost the handle.
loses it.
Brown dives on the floor, but he was out of bounds.
Damn, okay.
A little double screen there you see at the top. Normally Luke is going to roll down right down the middle of the paint, and Victor's going to pop for a 3. Here's Keldon Johnson. How pure that one is. After all those shots tonight, just bouncing in and out. And Jaylen Brown, yeah, it looked like he shot that one almost from, not the palm, but almost from his wrist.
Tie game.
Still somehow got that one to go.
Namias Queta has to come in for Shiner. The Celtics version of double big with Garza and Queta in. Here's Wemby. Shot clock going down.
Wemby.
Fades away.
Damn, too good, bro.
Shot blocker, but I don't know if he can move his feet well enough to stay in front of Victor.
Wembanyama's got 19 points. 24 remaining.
Don't leave shooters here. Don't leave shooters.
Brown for 3.
Brown
misses.
His first catch a break.
Fox.
Double team wasn't necessary there. Last thing you want to do is give up the 3 ball. Or at least a wide open 3 ball.
Wemby.
Wembanyama.
Wemby. Okay.
Kind of mix up the big
What do you got?
Side step 3 for Wembanyama.
Oh!
And Brown tracks it down. Under a minute to go.
Oh, nice steal, bro.
2-on-1. Champagny underneath. Champagny waits. Missed it. Second effort is good.
Hey, that was a nice steal right there, bro.
Timeout Boston.
Julian just had the stats.
13 rebounds, a new career high for Julian. Derek White to inbound.
We're going to hit one on you, but make sure it's a tough shot.
White will let the drive, and he stumbled, and a foul is called on Cornet. That's his first of the game. First in the last 2 minutes, but that's a shooting foul.
Yeah, that's when you don't challenge there. There's enough contact to warrant that whistle.
So Derek White, who played 237 career games for the Spurs, got his start. Spurs traded him to the Celtics, and they knew that he was going to exceed here and excel.
Yeah, I don't think there's
Put him in a good
question.
spot.
Yeah. Just didn't know that he was going to excel so much.
Helped them win the championship. And go back again to his time in Austin with the Spurs and how much he has grown.
3-point game, 37 seconds to go.
And what San Antonio has done to develop players around the NBA, he is the prototypical example.
He's the poster child for the Austin franchise for sure. And you can talk about Corey Joseph. He was went to Austin.
Derek White.
Really played exceptionally well. Became a big time player.
Okay, in there.
Tony Bryant was there.
Yes, he was.
Today. earlier to join the team.
Yeah, 15 points against the South Bay Lakers last night, but he's on the bench tonight for the Spurs. Crowd rising to its feet here inside of TD Garden. 2-point game. Ball into the hands of Wembanyama.
Wemby.
By Shireman.
Wemby.
Wembanyama.
Damn!
Boston. A two-possession
That dude is too good, bro.
Yeah, shades of Chicago where he just took over down the stretch.
Brown.
For three.
Okay,
No
misses.
good. Loose ball. Picked up
Derek
by
White.
Quick fire. Champagny on the three.
Bro, this dude got blocked.
Julian Champagny blocking Derek White, the former Spur, with 7 seconds
The former
to go.
Spur.
A few big plays from Julian tonight. None bigger than that one. Absolutely huge. And he just gets a running start out there. And how about the contest?
Damn.
I mean, right there is a great example of not getting your feet tangled up with a three-point shooter underneath. This excellent job by Julian to avoid the contact, come up with the block without fouling.
And Cornette, the former Celtic at the free throw line, misses the first. Still a two-possession game regardless. The Celtics have one timeout remaining. It'll be interesting to see if Joe Mazzulla will use it. Cornette was asked this morning at shoot-around, how tough was it to leave Boston? Said very tough, a lot of praying with his wife.
Let's go.
Such great memories here. He goes 1 for 2.
Okay.
Oh, I'm surprised he's not using that timeout to bounce the ball.
Jaylen Brown
Clock's
now.
running out. Pritchard loses off the heel.
Loses the dribble. Whatever, bro. Didn't even get it off in time.
Spurs come into Boston
Okay.
and beat the Celtics.
Nice, Wemby. Hold on. We're gonna look at the box score or even some clips. Hold on. Okay, so here it says Jaylen Brown goes off on refs after he shot 0 free throws and Celtics only shot 4 versus Spurs. Hold on.
The Celtics shot a total of 4 free throws to the Spurs 20 in the Celtics 5-point
Wow.
loss. Jaylen Brown did not shoot a single free throw and took to Twitter after saying, "Find me, I'm sick of this shit," and then absolutely went off in his post-game interview. In the comment section, how much you think he's going to get fined for saying this?
I feel like honestly they just got away with a lot, like, and I'm tired of the inconsistency. Like, I'll accept the fine at this point. I thought it was some bull. Tonight, I thought that I think they're a good defensive team, but they ain't that damn good. I thought they
They're not that damn good.
The clips, because it's the same every time we play a good team. It's like they refuse to make a call and call touch fouls on the other end, and that's just extremely frustrating, bro. Like, like we play hard. We are outplaying our expectations. We compete hard on the defensive end, and they reward the other team with touch fouls, and we go down there and guys are allowed to get away with it. I hope just somebody please pull it up. Every time we play a good team, the inconsistency is crazy.
Yeah.
Fine, Curtis, all them dudes was terrible tonight. I don't care. They can find me whatever they want, but it's crazy. Every time we play a good team, it's the same bull. Somebody please pull up the clips.
Please put up the clips.
Game today. If we can't get to the free throw line and teams are allowed to be physical and
20 times more at the free throw line. It is crazy, bro.
Bump us off our spots and etc. Then it's hard to win games like that. We shot 4 free throws tonight and lost the game by 4.
Wow.
That's the whole game, the whole story. We got to be better in spots.
4 compared to 24, something like that.
But goddamn, like, I'm driving to the basket. I'm physical. I don't flop. I don't shy away from contact. I go up strong. I'm athletic. And nothing. I had 0 free throws tonight. The inconsistency is crazy. Give me the fine.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I can definitely understand the frustration that's coming here, bro. Hey, when you're so competitive like this and they're actively working against you, hold on. So apparently here, this is another video. Jaylen Brown called out the refs, so I checked the tape. So let's watch this here with this guy.
That's tied for the fewest
Hold
fights.
on.
I'm tired of the inconsistency. I'll accept the fine at this point. I thought it was.
Yeah, because it is crazy for them to shoot only 4 free throws, and the other team had 20 plus. This is There's something there.
Somebody can just pull up the clips because it's the same shit every time we play a good team. They refuse to make a call and call a touch foul on the other end. Just somebody please pull it up. Somebody please pull up the clips.
I pulled the clips. Jaylen Brown went on a huge tangent after the Celtics' 195 loss to the Spurs on Saturday night. The Spurs shot 20 free throws. The Celtics shot 4. 4 free throws, the entire game. That's
wow.
the fewest by a team in any game so far this NBA season. Now, there are factors that go into this. The Celtics take the fewest interior shots of any team in the league, so it makes sense for them not to get as many free throws.
The fewest shots,
they get significantly fewer free throw attempts than most teams. The Celtics only take 18.9 free throws per game this season. That's nearly fewer than the next team on the list. No one else in the NBA takes fewer than 20 on average. But the lack of foul calls wasn't even the biggest problem on Saturday night. Neither was the Celtics' own whistle. It was the combination of both. Take a look at this. Jaylen Brown tried to poster Victor Wembanyama. Went up strong, but Wemby blocked him at the rim. Or
damn!
Did he? Now, Wemby does a phenomenal job of getting to his spot and going straight up. He just gets all arm on the play. His forearm to Jaylen's forearm.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from the angle of the video, so there's a slight chance that Wemby grazed the ball with his arm, but look at the timing. The ball only starts to leave Jaylen's hands after Wemby's arm hits his, not when it would have hit the ball. Jaylen Brown should have gotten 2 free throws. Now,
yeah, he should have.
One thing, tough for Jaylen and the Celtics. But the real problem is that the Celtics weren't getting that same grace on the other end. Look here. This is the 4th quarter of a very close basketball game. Derek White does exactly what Wemby does. He gets to his spot and goes straight up to contest Keldon Johnson. And if you slow down the play, he gets his fingertips to the ball. But he gets called for the foul. Even if Derek did get his arm and it really looked like he got to the ball first, that's the exact same type of play as when Jaylen tried to dunk on Wemby. Referees have an extremely hard job. They are never going to be perfect. That's impossible. But as Jaylen pointed out, the Celtics' last 2 games against the Spurs and the Nuggets were riddled with inconsistency from end to end. That's where these understandable mistakes start to become a problem. Here's Stephon Castle bumping and hand-checking Jaylen in the post, which is not allowed in the NBA today. And then when Jaylen goes up for a shot, Castle hits him on the arm, no call. But then when Luka Garza goes to contest Wemby on a mid-range jumper, he gets called for the foul as Wemby goes.
Wow, okay.
To be honest, I don't even know where Garza hit him here. Maybe it was the offhand, maybe he grazed his arm. It's definitely less contact than the Castle-Jaylen play. Oh yeah, and Wemby hit Garza in the face earlier on this play, but he didn't flush. It's all good, right? And that wasn't even the only time a shot to the face went unnoticed in this game. Harrison Barnes clobbered Derek White with his off arm on this drive. Derek was sporting a very nasty busted lip.
Whoa!
He didn't want to comment on the no call.
No fouls call on that one, right? He just had to play on from that. Yeah. Trying to get in trouble.
Here's some more. Wemby doesn't get called for bumping Jaylen off his spot. He's moving his feet, but he still clearly bumps Jaylen. But Derek does get called for bumping Keldon Johnson off his spot.
Bruh, come on now.
Physicality. Calling one and not the other. Jaylen versus Castle again. Okay, so hand-checking must be getting called very lightly this game, right? Castle was hand-checking Jaylen on the entire drive. Oh,
wow.
But Shireman's bump was called. He extended the off arm a bit more, so it's fine, I guess. But then Castle hand-checks again. This time it's against Pritchard. He even smacks Pritchard's arm on the shot attempt. And
wow.
There's no call on the entire play. A very physical drive, which is great if you're allowing that physicality. But then Hugo Gonzalez closes out strong here and hits Wemby on the arm a little bit on his way past. And that gets called. There were these types of calls all night long on both ends of the court. And it wasn't just the Spurs game. Here's the Nuggets. Deron Holmes was nowhere close to being in defensive position here. His entire body was turned the other way when Pritchard goes up for his shot. Yet, when he bumps him off the drive completely, there's no call. Here again, Spencer Jones was all over Jaylen on the drive. Christian Brown hand-checked him all the way to the paint.
Wow.
But then Jaylen's hand-check got called as Murray just dove to the ground. And when Brown smacked Derek White's arm on this pass, it was also a no call. Even here, Zeke
like, bro, what?
Jaylen, but only because he grabbed the arm.
Bro, the Refs got a personal vendetta against the Celtics, bro.
That allowed him to get the block. He literally pulled one arm down and used the other hand to block Jaylen.
Wow.
That I pulled for the sake of this video. There were definitely more from the Spurs and Nuggets players. Jaylen Brown in particular has had a pretty rough whistle all season.
I mean, you can understand, the frustration coming from Brown.
Jaylen almost wraps him up on a drive. No call. Hand checked by Javonte Green and then jumped into by Jalen Duren. No call. Grabbed all the way to the basket by Chris Dunn. No call. Chris Dunn was low-key pulling Jalen's pants down on the play, and they were still nothing. Teams are being extremely physical with Jaylen Brown on drives, and in his eyes, he's not getting the credit he deserves. And the evidence agrees with him. Now, these shouldn't be viewed as excuses. The Celtics lost to the Spurs largely because of their offensive woes in the second half. San Antonio switched up their defensive coverage, and Wemby was a monster. He had some clutch shots, too. But the calls definitely didn't help. And that significant free throw disparity will always impact a game. But most importantly, the consistency with which fouls were called for both teams did not help. Again, refereeing is an impossible, thankless job, but consistency has to be there.
For real, like, that's the thing. I could definitely understand not being perfect, but, bro, the consistency somehow has to, balance, Like, the consistency, like, the balance of it still has to be, acceptable. But that shit right there, this was unacceptable, bro. The consistency was just not there, bro. Like, it's not even about being perfect, it's about being fair.
He seems to have a pretty good case for being as angry as he was.
Anyways, let's go see the box score. Okay, so for the Spurs, Jaylen had 12 points, 13 rebounds. Cool little double-double. De'Aaron Fox 21, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, pretty good stat line. Wemby 21, 6 rebounds. I mean, it's an alright stat line, for him. Good. I mean, Johnson had 18 points, 10 rebounds. Cool little double-double as well. And these are both, good teams. Like this is potential NBA Finals matchup right there. 27 and 11, 24 and 14. Jaylen Brown had 27. I mean, eight rebounds, 7 assists. With a stat line like this, you can definitely understand, like the frustration not winning a game as close as this, and also a game where you shot no free throws at all. Derek White had 29. Okay, pretty impressive. Hey, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Hey, he was balling out there. Yeah, so you have the Celtics, third, and then in the East, the Spurs second in the West. Hey, I mean this was a pretty good matchup. Potential NBA Finals matchup or whatever. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video about the Celtics versus the Spurs. You guys let me know what you think about this game. Do you think it was reffed fairly or whatever? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.